Hi, hello, how are you, Amanda? Seint artist. We're gonna do the latte look. I've put together a palette. Look at this. Look at this. Is this not the cutest little palette? I got these decals off of Amazon. Just do a search for watercolor flower scrapbook flowers or something like that. That's what I looked up, and these came, oh my gosh, they come with a bunch, and I got the vanilla palette from Seint. Okay, so I've put together a palette. I'm really excited for this. I have been researching the latte look because I don't want to do another look that I've seen somebody else do. I kind of wanted to throw together my own eye color, but we're going to do our face. I'm going to be using really my favorites, and it's going to be Bella Bronzer and Frenchie for my blush. And then here's the eye look. This is really what makes the latte look. The latte look is these right here. Is this not the prettiest little combo? I went with Rome. It's all very neutral in the browns. And so Rome is a champagne shimmer that's quite a bit cooler. I have Sedona here, Cocoa, and then Salem. And I might use Foxy. I might. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to really just hang with the detail brush for my face. I'm going to go into my first main color, which is Athens, and I'm going to be using Sunlit. Sunlit is a color that surprises a lot of people and it scares them, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to use it because I forgot how much I like it, and my under eyes have been a bit of a problem lately. I haven't been loving my under eyes no matter what, even when I do my color correcting. And I did remember to do my demi with balm. That to me is a big game changer on my under eyes, is when I use the balm. I do like it more. And it's just, I love the balm. And if you go get the peach balm, 100%, I just ordered some for my girls. I made them their own little play makeup palettes. It's whatever, but I know some people aren't for that for their kids. But you know what? I am. Obviously, I like makeup. They like makeup. And my youngest little Ava, she wants to do the makeup thing. Okay. She's like, I want to learn to blend. I was like, did you just say blend? Because usually kids are just like, I want to do makeup, but she said blend and it made my heart sing. All right, so I have my main foundation on right here. So this is Athens, and I really like this just to even out my skin tone on the lower part of my face. And then I'm going to tap into Athens and Sunlit, and I'm just going to hit right here because I've been having my hormonal breakouts are hitting right down here. And so I mix a little bit of my brightening in because it's not as dark right there. All right, next color, I'm going to go in on the small end of the detail brush into Sunlit. So Sunlit looks yellow. It's terrifying, but watch how it doesn't look yellow on my skin. Look at that. It just brightens things up. It works with those undertones. Like I have a bit of redness here, and it helps with that redness. I'm going to wait on my nose, tapping like I'm scared. And I'm just going to hit my Cupid's bow and then right here on my chin. I try to avoid this crease. That's a heavy texture area between your lip line and that little, I don't know, this little thing. I don't know what it is, but I go right below it. That's a heavy texture area. That's a heavy crease gathering area. So go below that if you're going to be doing it. All right, next I'm going to go into my contour. This is Cedar. If you're going to do the latte look, my suggestion is find a contour that's a touch on the warmer side. Cedar is a great option. I think Cedar is a darker version of Olive. So Olive, I even think Ash can be a bit on the warmer side. It's a cooler version of Olive, but it's definitely got some warmth to it. And so I would say Henna, I don't know, Stone, is it Stone? Stone is another really good one. And those are nice and light. They're not overpowering the way Indigo can be. If you have a darker skin tone, Indigo is a better option over the Astoria. And so just, if you're doing the latte look, you want it to be in the browns. And so right now I'm going to take some and I'm going to go right here on my upper cheekbone, lower cheekbone. What do I call that? I'm pulling up. I'm coming above my natural shadow and I'm pushing this up, bringing it down, grabbing some more, and I'm going right here. I really like Cedar. I really like Stone for when you have discoloration around the perimeter of your face. Some colors can pull it through, and I think that Stone and Cedar are really good at helping rein it back. Because I've got a big old spot over here that just keeps getting bigger and darker and bigger and bigger. So that makes me feel good about myself. All right, I'm going to grab a little more on the side, and we're just going to hit the nose, and then I can fill it in with my brightening after. I like doing it after. That's what I like. I've got a bit of a bump, and so it helps straighten some stuff out. And it's summer, and I've been so oily. It's late in the day. It's a good, I would say probably 1:30 in the afternoon right now. So my skin's been doing its oily thing. All right, so we're just gonna pull down right here. Now, if you see streaking, you have too much, just like I have right here. Tap that down. Wherever you see streaking, just use your finger to tap on it and then around it. That way it'll minimize the streaking and not make spotting. All right, taking what's left on the brush, pulling this out and up towards that contour. That's why I didn't need to put my Athens up here. I didn't need it. All right, we're gonna take, I am gonna switch brushes. I just can't, I can't do my bronzer and my blush with this brush. I just can't. I wish, blush and bronzer. So for my blush, I'm really just using Frenchie as a tool because my Bella bronzer will pull my acne scarring through. So I'm just putting Frenchie over my scarring on the apples of my cheeks. That's all. It's really just an accent color. It is on the lighter side. I almost grabbed Saint Tropez, but I'm going to be using Bella bronzer as my base blush. I'm going to use it as my blush. So I'm going to use the short end. I'm going to tap into Bella, and I'm going to go up here first to add that warmth that I like for my bronzer. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to do the other side. Boom, boom, boom. I just like a touch of warmth on my forehead. It's who I am. All right, we're grabbing it, tapping into it, and I'm going to start up here above that contour that I underblended. Always underblend your contour and then let your bronzer and your blush work it down some more. So I'm just going to hang this. I'm going to smile so I can see right where my apples are, right where the curvature of my cheek is. You can see I don't want my blush going below this natural shadow. So I'm going to bring that bronzer down to Frenchie and just work it into it. And again, let them work together. And I'm really just letting this bronzer be my blush. And I'm building, building, building until I'm happy. Grabbing it again, I'm going to do the same thing over here. Building, 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 going into that Frenchie color. I do my under eyes last because if I bring this up too high, I can use my brightening to pull it back. But I really like using my bronzer as a blush lately, especially for summer. It's probably not going to be a winter thing, but I just like having that bit of Frenchie to help with that. Just like so. Look at how pretty that is as a blush. It's warm, it's nice, it's nice. Take it to that fluffy end and just give everything a final smooshy smoosh and you're good to go. I'm going to grab on the fluffy end and I'm going to add bronzer here because my neck is always lighter than my face and I'm not wearing a high neck today. I wore a hoodie the other day. Totally got makeup on it, but Seint washes right out. My other makeup never did. Oh man, especially when I would drip a little. Oh God, that was ruined. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna go to the small end of the detail brush and I'm gonna go into Sunlit. I'm gonna smile and you see where that natural light is reflecting? That's where it's gonna go. That's where it's gonna go because that's all your brightening is really accentuating that already bright glow that the sun gives you, and it just helps use it to your benefit. And so then I bring it up to the inner corner and down. And then right here on the orbital bone, I'm going to pull up. This is going to give me a little bit of lift. And we're going to dig in. But I just thought, what a pretty color, just keeping it in the brown family. I love that. So using Sunlit, but look at how not scary Sunlit is. It doesn't turn my under eyes yellow. I have some darkness, and I like pairing Demi with my under eyes because I like my under eyes to have a little bit of a punchy brightness. Now that's not for everybody, but that Demi just gives it a little extra kick, and I like that a lot. And I don't want to add more brightening, and you use so little of Demi. And so by doing Demi with my brightening, I'm able to put just a regular amount of under eye without layering an additional pop on top of it. All right, I need a little more here. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go in with my Vanilla Dust on the fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go on the perimeter, and then I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna do this before I dig into my eye makeup. Around the perimeter, and then in. When I think it's empty, I'll go down the middle. That's where everybody looks first is right here. So I like my powder to land here last because I don't want texture right here because I already have texture. I've got pores right here. I've got lines, and that's where the stuff is. That's where the stuff is. All right, we're gonna take the edge here. We're gonna go into cedar, and I'm gonna contour my lips. Now I do my lips, I feel like different than everybody else. I keep watching people contour their lips and they go all the way around. I just think it looks kind of messy. I like things tidy. Not my house, but my face I like tidy. And so I'm gonna take a little bit of Sunlit and I'm gonna go around here. Now for me, this gives me more of a snatched pout rather than big fat blowfish lips. Now, I'm not saying anything about big fat blowfish lips. I like blowfish. And if that's the look you like, that's not, I don't look at somebody and say that was a mistake. It's just not how I like it. I've tried it on my face. It doesn't look good. I think that's the better way. It doesn't look good on my face. Blowfish lips don't look good on my face. But I see people where I'm like, I wish I could do blowfish lips. It's not a hate thing. It's a I hate it on my face thing. Okay, we're gonna take, I'm gonna grab a multitasker brush because I'm gonna line my lips with Bella bronzer. And I went through my brushes today because my kids, where is my multitasker? I see you. There you are. Okay, so we're going to go into Bella bronzer. And I'm going to line my lips. We're going for a nice, pretty brown. And I'm going to add Nova. I love Nova. I'm going to put some peach balm down first, though. I'm going to fill in the outer corners. And this will help with that pout look that I like so much. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go into my peach balm. This stuff, I like the smell of peach. I know I've said it before where I was like, I don't think it smells like a Snapple. It does. It reminds me of a Diet Snapple. I loved those in high school. All right. So I've just put that peach balm on and I've spread out that Bella bronzer. So pretty. I'm going to take that Nova and I'm going to go right here. It's so bronzy and pretty. Let's grab some and just pop some on. Why not? We're doing the latte look. Let's go full bore, okay? All right, next we're gonna do the eye look. I'm gonna grab the small end of the detail brush. We're going in for the eye look. This is what we're all waiting for, right? And I'm going to go from lash to brow with Sunlit to give me a nice starting point. I have a lot of discoloration, so I have to prep, Grabbing some of that setting spray, tapping that over, don't want creasing. Okay. Going in, Sunlit. Sunlit is a color you shouldn't be scared of. I think it's always worth a shot. And I always forget, when I first started using Seint, this was my brightening. Before I became an artist and the palette was my play field, Sunlit was what I used. Okay, we're gonna use an eyeshadow brush, brand spanking new. I love a new brush. Okay, we're going in. So the first color I'm gonna go into is gonna be Rome, like I always do. And I'm gonna pop this up top. I have to have that little spark of champagne shimmer. If you know, you know. I do it all the time. I'm gonna grab a little more and I'm gonna pull this down on this part. Not the inner corner, just this. I don't even know what that part is, but I'm gonna do it. Grabbing a little more and I'm gonna push this on my lid on the inside. Do I need this with my finger? Maybe. We'll see at the end. I don't feel like this has that soft, creamy powder feel that Drift does, but this color is perfect for the latte look. So we've got, I keep wanting to say Drift, Rome, Sedona, Cocoa, Salem. The next color I'm going to go into is Sedona. We're just going to work our way across and we're going to go into Sedona, and this is my transition color. For the look I'm going for, I am definitely keeping the eyelid area simple. That's what I'm going for. And so I need a small mirror in my face. I know everybody gets mad when they see me use the palette too. Sorry. I need to fix it, but this is my favorite palette. Anyways, the pattern. I wish they'd bring this back. All right, so I'm just taking Sedona and I keep mine above my crease on my brow bone out here. And then I push it in. If you have hooded eyes and you're wanting to give your eyes some lift and give your whole eye some lift, all you need to do is come outside that outer corner on that brow bone and just do this. You don't go all the way in. This will keep your eye open. This will keep your eye up. And that's all you need to do. I did this on somebody last weekend and it turned out glorious. It just gave her eye this like kick in the pants. It was great. And you can see it does do something. Boom, boom. It does do something. So there we go. I wish I had pink, but this is a latte look. This is a latte look. So grabbing Sedona. Sedona and Bubba are very, very similar. Bubba's a bit more warm and Sedona has a bit more of a coolness to it. And yeah, and I have brown eyes, so warm, I don't know, warm turns my whole face orange. And so I went with Sedona. I don't really have any good reasons. I'm just probably BSing, but I like Sedona a lot. I like Sedona. I think Sedona is like the sexy version of Bubba. That's what I like. That's what I think. There we go. All right. So I'm just building this up to where I want it and I'm just tapping it over, bringing it out, bringing it out. Okay. Jeez, this is just a mess. Okay. I am going to, what am I going to do? Gosh, this already looks decently good. I could stop here. Just Rome and Sedona, but I'm going to take the small end. I'm going to put a little bit on there. I mean, a little bit. And we are going to take Cocoa down at the bottom, and I am going to make this a good, thick, smoky eye. Really focusing it out here, okay? And then I'm going to bring this up, I'm going little by little. I'm not putting a lot on here just because it's really dark. It's a very dark brown. This is going to be a dark smoky eye because, oh God, this just brings me back to like Dangerous Minds, Baywatch, that dark, moody brown eye, but it's kind of edgy. The latte look, I'm sorry, is 1994 edgy to me. I don't know, that's just what I have in my head. They're subtle. You could just do Sedona, but this is where I am. This is where my head went. And I'm just gonna circle this on the outer part, pushing up into that Sedona right here. Honestly, when you want a seamless, good blend, if you want your makeup to look great, it's all about taking that extra time to blend. All right, I'm gonna grab a little bit more and I'm gonna go along the lash line about halfway over. I like to leave the mid of my, not halfway, about a quarter of the way. I like to leave the mid of my eyeshadow, gosh, I can't talk. The outside quarter is where I like my color. The middle, right here, I like to leave light and bright to keep it open. It can really easily accentuate maturity because you already have shadowing there. And so you're not wanting to accentuate it by having something super dark. So I'm not going all the way across the eye. I'm going a little over halfway, but I'm making it good and thick, and on camera it translates to being a lot thinner than it is. But it's about the width of this brush. And then I'm pulling straight up and out. Grabbing a little more. I'm sorry, I spend a lot of time building. This time I want it to look nice. It's the latte look. And lattes take time, so my eyeshadow is gonna take time. So I'm going to push this on my lash line. I can close this eye, not the other one. Darn it, it's a real shame. Getting that lash line, pulling it out. And we're gonna be switching brushes. Sorry, that went right in front of the camera, sorry. Taking that fluffy end, we're just gonna blend it out. Maybe I'll add some to the brush. Whew, this could be a mistake. But I do want it kind of deep, but I'm just keeping it outside. Does that make sense? Keeping it outside. There we go. Okay, we're gonna do eyeliner. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Tattoo Studio, nothing fancy. I am going to be waterlining water lining. Okay, water lining, top and the bottom. Water lining, and I'm only water lining halfway over. And then I'm gonna kiss these lashes down here. And then I'm gonna switch brushes. If I can find this brush quickly. No. So I'm gonna take my BK Beauty 204. Really great brush. It looks just like my other one. And I'm gonna dip in ever so slightly. Flick it off to Salem. It looks gray on the website. It is black. And I am going to smoke out right here. And I'm going to come in past the halfway point. And I'm just smoking this out and letting it play with that cocoa color I put under my eye. So there's cocoa, and I'm going to blend out some more cocoa because I want to. And then I'm coming up, just following that natural flow, grabbing just a little bit. Man, black can get out of control. And then I am going to go along the lash line with that cocoa. All right. I don't like to use powders or pencils on my inner corner eye. My kids were playing in here and it really burns my biscuit. There it is. Because they move things, but I just love this. So I take the small end of the Stila Stay All Day, and then I draw a little line right there. And it just gives that little bit of a finish, little tiny bit. And then I'm going to draw a little mini wing that you can't see, but I know it's there. And it's just on the outer corner. It's not even in on the lash line. Okay, let's take a peeky poo here. I want to blend this out and down. Blending it out, pulling out, pulling it out, pulling it out, pulling it up. I don't want too much. I'm going to take Rome on my ring finger. We're going to push Rome onto the finger. Okay? And I'm going to bring that on that mid. Got some on my eyelashes. Lid. I am going to grab Foxy because I love Foxy. And I'm just going to push that on this outer part of the lid. It's not a huge difference, but it gives a little bronziness for this latte look. This is so pretty. Okay, we are going to do the liner on the other side, get it finished because, well, I didn't, and I kind of wanted you to see the difference. It's just not a ton of black, but I feel like if you're going to go for a heavy smoke out, I need to add some cocoa. If you're going to be adding a smoky eye like this, okay, don't go full dark, especially if you have maturing eyes. I'm keeping it extremely simple up here, and it's because this already has so much drama. So thinking about that, just think that through, okay? So I'm going to take and I'm going to waterline the top, and I only go halfway over, and then I'm going to go about halfway on the bottom and then kissing that lash line. Grabbing that BK brush 204, tap like I'm scared, tap like it's a poisonous spider, and I'm just going to smoke out this lash line, but not the full amount of cocoa. I feel like black makes my brown eyes pop. I could be wrong, and I know people say go for purples and all those things, but I feel like whenever I use something really dark like a black, that it makes my brown eyes pop. So I'm just pushing this on my lash line here, not tidy or anything like that. And then right here up on this lash line, I'm just going to push it up, following that lash line, really just the length of the width of the brush, the width. I'm going to use the small end of my eyeshadow brush with cocoa on it just to help dull down the black, but not much. But I want that smokiness of the brown to show. Okay, pushing on some drift, and I'm going to put that on my mid lid. That's going to help where my eyeshadow ended. I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to take some of that Foxy. We're going to put that on the outer lid. I'm going to grab my Stila, small end. I'm going to add that inner line. This should be a hairline line, just to be clear. And then I'm going to do that little wing. I just bring it to that upper lash line. this is my cocoa, this is my latte look. I know it's mainly black. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a little more black than I was anticipating, but I bet I can add some cocoa here. Let's add a little bit. I gotta fix this a bit because it looks a little much. Oh, that's looking better already. Just taking it and I'm using that cocoa to blend down the black. I love black and brown together though for eyes. Sorry, I do. Maybe some Sedona can help. I might be overdoing it a little, but I'm really just focusing it on the outside. I need to empty this. Where's a brush cleaner? Should have put one. Oh, I can fit it right in my palette. Okay, cleaning it off. And now I'm just gonna take it empty and just blend it down. Oh, wait, no, I wanna take Rome. Taking Rome and just getting that there. There we go. Okay, this is my latte look. What do we think? It's just bronzer as my blush. I do want more. I'm a sucker for like a punchy color. No blush. This is just bronzer going on. I like bronzer as a blush. Okay, that's it. That's my latte look. I like it, and you can go as subtle as you want, but I like this little smoky combo here. This is my spin on the latte look. I hope you guys like it. Have a good day.